Hi everyone. So in this video, we wanted to address the question of why ties are a thing in our setup. And there are a number of reasons for this. So the first one is that the way we've designed the game, control of the parity of the game, namely whether the number of players alive is odd or even, control of the parity is built into the roles themselves, not into the mechanics of the night and day phases.
Yep, you have to kill every night. You have to kill every day. You don't have a choice.
Right. So in other setups, you may have the option to do those things or not, and that's how you control the parity in those situations. But here, the parity is very specifically built into roles and mechanics such as the bomb, the axe, the prostitute, the hunter, the lovers, and the proxy. And so one of the reasons you need ties is because it is possible for a team to lose control of the parity along with those roles that control the parity. And so once that happens, you still need something to play for, and that outcome that you're playing for is the tie.
Yep, we don't want people to feel like when they can't win, they've lost. And that's why they need something to keep fighting for. And this is specifically true for the alien and lovers, because there are gameplay situations where the alien can't achieve their win condition because of too many outed special townspeople, plus a combination of like an outed mafia or something like that. Or the lovers just don't have a foreseeable way of both staying alive at the same time. Like, if one of them has to die in their strike cost, then they need something to do so that they still have a stake in the game and don't necessarily throw the game to either the town or the mafia, or say an activated alien. So ties involving third parties usually involve something we call bargaining, which we very much treasure in the game. It adds another social/strategic dimension to it. But to achieve those game states, which are very unusual and push the game into a slightly more strategic direction, we do need the possibility for those ties to occur in the first place.
Right. And yeah, again, like bargaining is something that has to be negotiated. It's non-trivial, and there's a lot of layers to it, especially in games with more than two teams. In the mafia situation, so it's really the mafia that's the team that's fighting against the parity through their night kills. And I think the important thing to remember is as long as you have two mafia alive, there's always a path to victory, not just a tie, but to victory. Because of the four mafia, three of them have some control over the parity of the game, namely the axe, the bomb, and the prostitute.
And this is like the biggest difference between our setup and other setups, because in other setups, two mafia versus two not mafia would usually be a win for the mafia, because they would just filibuster the day, don't get to an execution, and then go to sleep. But in this case, we make the mafia have to force the execution. Like, you have to be able to break that tie somehow, get a townsperson nominated, get a mafia nominated, and maybe even vote for the mafia if that mafia is, for example, the bomb. But you have to break those ties. You have to get to a state where you can exercise your night kill to then win the game. We don't allow you to just get out of it mechanically. And I think this is important because we make every vote, we make every night count. There's no day that doesn't have a stake, there's no night that doesn't have stakes. So hopefully you found this entertaining, you've hopefully found this informative, and we're going to keep turning these videos about specific topics about the Hungarian. So see you soon.
Thanks.